Before we start this week's video, I just want to say a great big thank you to our OG sponsor, the wonderful LLBean. These guys have been a massive support to our channel over the past couple of years, so huge love to them. A lot of the stuff that you see us wearing this week that is from LLBean will be on my Wantfeed and Hannah's Wantfeed, so that's going to be linked down below. Anyway, thanks LLBean. Enjoy the show. This week, we all squeezed into our banged up Volkswagen Golf, which smells like hunger breath and the loss of a loved one, to drive to the Brecon Beacons in Wales. We rented out a luxury Airbnb, which it turns out is like any other ordinary Welsh Airbnb, except it's twice the price because it has a canvas print of a pebble on the wall and an espresso machine. The reason we've come to this beautiful part of Wales is all thanks to one of our OG sponsors, the wonderful LLBean. They gave us a simple mission: to get out of our comfort zone. So this week, that's exactly what we're going to do. Enjoy the show. We arrived quite late to our Airbnb as we had to pick up Grayson after school and then spend over an hour trying to escape the notoriously bad Bath rush hour traffic. To make matters worse, the air conditioning is still broken in our banged up Golf. I would have got it fixed, but I have far more important things I need to be doing than trying to hunt down a Volkswagen Golf air conditioning specialist, so I've decided not to bother. However, not getting it fixed is a decision I deeply regret. You see, the problem I have is when the car is too hot and it's raining outside, which it constantly is these days, if I open the window, I'll be treated to cold splashes of rain relentlessly rampaging the right side of my face and delicate neck area. But if I leave the window closed, I'm forced to breathe hot, unfiltered, putrid air. It's the sort of hot, unfiltered, putrid air that would make Greta Thunberg fall to her knees and weep in pity for me if only she knew what I had to endure. It's a no-win situation. Anyway, eventually it stopped raining and we untangled ourselves from the Bath traffic and found ourselves traversing through the beautiful Welsh countryside to meet Ollie. He's our production assistant that's come along to help us get the shots we need for LLBean. The first thing I noticed about Wales was the amount of sheep. It's almost as if the sheep situation has got a bit out of hand, so I had to Google it. Google sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole, and when I ascended, I did so with some very peculiar facts about the Welsh and their fondness of sheep. But I'm sorry, sisters, I'm not going to be repeating them here, because this right here is highbrow cinematic content that has texture, depth, and tone to it. I simply refuse to be the type of man that panders to the tired old stereotype that some Welsh people like to make love to sheep. Because you know what, I'm better than that. Besides, it's not even true, because they're gross looking and have horrible skinny legs and dirt on their bum, which actually comes off surprisingly easily if you use a bit of olive oil. It was one time.
Good morning, we are on a family trip to Wales. We've come to the Brecon Beacons and this morning is our first morning here and we've decided to come and see one of the waterfalls. I can't pronounce it, I will definitely butcher the name. I know it begins with a H.
Can I keep this phone?
Yeah, sure.
I decided while we were here to do the first thing out of my comfort zone. The thing I wanted to do involved me stripping down to my foxy red pants and forcing myself to endure something that the rational part of my brain was strongly against.
You have the guts to go down there though.
Do I have the guts to go down there? I used to when I was your age. I'd jump down there and roll down, do a camo roll. Not anymore though.
How can you survive that?
Well, I was a pretty special kid, man. I went to special class at school because I was so special.
Well, now I'm the only person and I'm so special.
You are special, mate. Trust me. You right, girl face?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm carrying a freaking red camera.
But before I tell you any more, let's talk about that voice in our heads. It's the voice that tells us to keep things simple, not to push ourselves, that tries to convince us that we should spend every day lying in bed, eating Revels and watching Love Actually on repeat. You know the voice, you've got the same voice.
I'm trying to vlog at the same time as going up this steep, slippery steps with the red cam on my back. I definitely feel like this is a bit of a workout climbing up here. It's good though. It's very pretty. It makes you feel nice and calm out here.
You see, the voice has one objective, and that's to try to convince you to always take the path of least resistance, to stay nice and safe in your comfort zone. today's voice was telling me to keep my clothes on, that wading into a Welsh icy cold waterfall was a terrible idea that would offer nothing but suffering, discomfort and regret. And the further I waded into that icy cold water, the more deafening that voice became, telling me to turn back. And then something amazing happened. The voice disappeared and my mind emptied. When I got out, I felt incredible. I felt high. I felt like I had 100 espressos. I felt like I could do anything. Okay, so there was one downside. The water did make my willy shrink to a pathetic 8.2 inches, but other than that, I felt completely alive.
I cannot explain to you how cold that was. Mission complete, guys.
Nice work.
Conies.
Lovely.
Yeah! Yeah! We just got back to the Airbnb. We're gonna go out now and go for a little walk. By the way, if I'm talking funny, it's because I got my new retainer in. Hannah keeps laughing at me. She says I sound a bit strange. This makes me lisp a little bit. But anyway, you don't wanna hear about an old man's retainers.
Once on a yellow piece of paper with green lines, he wrote a poem and called it George, because that was the name of his sausage dog. And the teacher gave him an A and a gold star on top, and his mother hung it on the kitchen door and read it to all of her friends. Once on a piece of white paper with blue lines, he wrote a poem and called it Autumn, because that was the name of the season. And his teacher gave him an A and asked him to write more clearly. And the girl from school sent him a Valentine's card, signed with a row of X's. And he had to ask his father what the X's meant.
Do you know what we haven't seen here since we've been here? We haven't seen any dragons. In Wales, yeah, that's where dragons are from. That's where all dragons originate, from Wales. What a beautiful evening.
You sleepy, Georgie?
Snuck out the back out of the barn dance.
A blue sky at last.
Find ourselves alone.
Rufus has just shut me out.
Under the moonlight, the shimmy moonlight.
Are you on the phone?
It's one
Can I have a cuddle?
for
No.
your breath.
Oh.
Okay, Grayson, you've got to stop singing that. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Barefoot in the grass.
We've come somewhere called Sugarloaf. It's a National Trust walk. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to hear because it's so windy. But look at the view from the car park.
Come on, Grayson, this way.
It may mean it doesn't.
Has anyone noticed we didn't drink our...
Hannah just said I f***ing love ferns. We're surrounded by ferns and Hannah's having a time of her life.
I do, I love them. Why do you think I put them in our garden?
I think that's the mountain there that we're supposed to climb.
Mountain day.
You want to climb it, Ruru? Do you think Daddy can climb it with you on my back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is it going to take us an hour and a half?
Yeah, you're probably right. It probably will take about that long.
Mr. Independent.
The Sugarloaf is one of the highest peaks in the heart of the Black Mountains. It stands at 596 metres high and offers glorious panoramic views across South Wales, the Brecon Beacons and into southwest England.
The crazy, crazy moonlight.
We're nearly at the top. We have got quite a little bit to go though. But this is the view.
One final twirl.
We're just a few steps away from the summit. Here we go! Yay! We made it! Wow, isn't this something special?
We made it to the top! And it feels amazing getting to the top. Look. It's so windy.
Oh look, they want food, I'm jealous of them.
Should we mug them? Let's just mug them.
Can we pay you? I've got £15 in my bag. I'll pay £15 for a cheese sandwich right now.
I would pay £25 for a cheese sandwich right now. I genuinely would. Somebody should sell cheese sandwiches up here and mark them up.
I know, we should just do that one day.
Yeah.
We did it! Well done, Rat Team.
Well done, Rat Team.
It's been raining like this for the past couple of days, and this weekend we're going camping. And I looked at the weather, and it's basically non-stop this. And camping with two little kids in this is going to be interesting. I was tempted to cancel the shoot, but I don't think we can. I don't think that's a possibility. We have to shoot this weekend because of scheduling and stuff. Luckily, the shoot is for clothes which are designed to withstand this type of weather. But I'd rather not put them to the test. Maybe there'll be a window of sun that just somehow happens between now and Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
Raincoats, nappies, formula, toothbrushes. You didn't pack your toothbrush. It's alright, Mr. Oh, it smells so bad in here.
We're going somewhere called Farm Camp Rufus. It's run by a friend of mine called Tim, lovely guy.
What if it rains too heavily and then the tent falls down?
The tent won't fall down. There's absolutely no chance that's going to happen, don't worry.
If Dad built the tent, it would definitely fall down, but it was built by Tim, who's a very pragmatic man. And he's very good at building things. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a really good time. We're going to do lots of fun stuff. It's going to be brilliant.
Come on, Ruru. Chop, chop. Chop, chop.
Daddy, we are Bobby.
Daddy's wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Farm camp is run by one of my friends called Tim. It's all about getting off grid and just switching off. It's like camping, except they have hot showers, a working kitchen, an indoor heated pool, a nice tent with a log burner in it, and fresh cotton sheets. Anyway, I'll link it down below in case anyone wants to go and check it out for themselves.
We just got here. We're just going to kind of get a few shots before the kids wreck everything, and then go and light a fire, toast some marshmallows, have a little explore in the woods.
I'm so excited about tasting marshmallows.
I'm so excited too, because last time it was all creamy.
I only got a tiny bit last time, but this time we got a whole bag to ourselves.
Luckily, the rain decided to give us a break for a few hours, which meant we didn't have to spend the whole time in our tent. We all decided to play hide and seek. Rufus sort of gets it, only he can't manage the counting bit, so just says 9 and 14 a few times and then goes off on the hunt. My friend Tim to leave an axe out for me so I could impress Hannah with my lumberjacking skills. The truth is she hasn't been able to look at me in the eyes since she caught me wearing the knee cushion to bed. I'm hoping chopping some wood will convince her that she married a man and not a total princess, and then hopefully she'll be able to make eye contact again.
There we go, look, that's the firewood. Rufy wants to make a campfire. Can you say campfire? Daddy's gonna chop it, look.
Falling out of touch. Do you think they understand it too?
Oh yeah, man. I can feel those hairs sprouting on my chest. This is so empowering. Oh damn, I missed it. I don't know how well this wood is going to burn cones, it's drenched. Right. The trick is just to picture that log as being the person who hits the thumb down button on our videos. Oh, that's so satisfying. God, I feel manly. Hannah, have you got a wet wipe? My fingers are dirty. Oh, man. Moss. Just rub it on some moss. How do people live like this? Right, Hannah, the wood is chopped. The wood is chopped. God, I feel manly.
For I've got a feeling I'm falling, falling for nobody else but you.
You don't need to jump in waterfalls in your pants or climb mountains or go camping. Getting out of your comfort zone is easy. It's just about doing something you wouldn't normally do. It's disturbing your pattern, causing a bit of disruption.
Nobody else but you. Say you.
It's about being spontaneous. It's letting the universe take control of the situation for a while. The beaten path, well, that's boring. It's full of tourists waving around selfie sticks and tutting at you for getting in the way.
Jump right through. I used to travel.
We tend to gravitate towards rhythms in life, but once in a while it's good to change the rhythm, to put on a new record and show everyone your new shapes. Because when things are out of our control, well, that's when we learn the most about ourselves. Like this camping trip taught me that rain will only get in the way if you let it, and you should never try to prove to your wife how manly you are by chopping wood unless you have some wet wipes to hand.
Falling for nobody else but you. You're falling. Yes, I'm falling. Just falling. I'm still falling for nobody else but you.
Should we go for a walk then?
Yeah, that'd be nice actually.
Let's put Roo in the backpack though, because he hasn't had a nap, so he's tired.
Have you seen that wheelbarrow?
Yes. Why?
Nothing. No. Yeah, sorry.
So there's a map they left us in the tent.
Around 14 billion years ago, before light and even time itself existed, an incredibly dense speck that contained our entire universe suddenly expanded. We ended up with a planet filled with particles. And not just any particles. Particles whose masses and charges were just precise enough to allow for human life to evolve. Everything you've ever observed, touched, felt, desired, or despised was made from exploding stars. Until this very moment in time, I never knew why or if there was a divine purpose to it all. But now I know.
Glastonbury tickets basically sold out straight away.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's like a year before
yeah.
it even happens.
Crazy,
Ridiculous, isn't it? Gray, come here, Baba. So we're not going to Glastonbury again. We need to do it. We need to go
one day.
1 year. We have to go 1 year. We have to.
We'll end up going when it's, by the time it's like really uncool to go.
You know what? I reckon we'll be the only people that ever go to Glastonbury that will hate it.
Do you reckon we will?
Yeah, we hate everything. We definitely hate it.
What is that noise?
Falcon?
Grayson, there's a foothold there, look.
Right, you pick up the pieces. Oh, careful, brother. Look at that, it's so sweet.
Careful! I'm being careful. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Out slid the creature. His eyes were small and he didn't have whiskers. No, none at all. Yeah, what noise does an owl make? No, not me.
And that's the end of this week's video. Thank you ever so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for getting to the end. Thanks once again to our amazing sponsor, LLBean. All the stuff we were wearing from them is on our Wantfeeds, so remember to check that out. And we'll see you all next time. Thanks, yeah, thanks everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.